Wow, this episode of Invincible. Yes, I will be talking about Falcon Winter Soldier, all the Disney Plus stuff, but we have to get Invincible out of the way because this show is amazing, and I'm not gonna watch those other shows before this one because this is the better show. This is an amazing show. Just wow, this episode. This episode is about the fallout of everyone learning that Omni Man killed. And we also figure out what Robot Man was doing with those two goons he broke out. You know, a lot of people were theorizing that it was going to be they're making another Omni Man, which turned out to be not true. He was just controlling Robot Man, the guy inside Robot Man, who's controlling him through a drone, and he made a new body to be with the one girl, which I kind of like that plot development. It's interesting. I want to see where that goes. Most people on the team are kind of disgusted by it, but it's kind of like if he's a helpful ally on the team, I don't see a problem with it. It's a little weird though. I was just surprised that that's how the direction that went. I didn't get that's what they were doing. I don't really know what that means, but whatever. And we find out that Amber does know that Mark is invincible. He tried to tell him, and they broke up, which is kind of interesting. I think their logic here doesn't really make sense to me. Like, so you don't trust me? It's like, well, yeah, it's a secret identity. How do you know that she's not going to react weird or cause problems for him, you know? Like, how does she know that, you know? He doesn't know that. And it just acting like he's supposed to know that is a little ridiculous. And I liked Eve's logic before where she said that, you know, um, if he's really serious about her, he should tell her. But it's also like there's a great fear that comes with that, and I think that's the issue with this. So I don't know. Interesting. I don't know what's gonna happen. That she seems kind of remorseful. She just needs some time alone, so we'll see what happens. But you know, after everybody learns that Omni Man killed his wife, kicks him out of the house, and then you know we have Cecil and his gang, and they all show up, and they're all there, and they cause a lot of property damage. They blow up a house across the street that was spying on them, which is great, which is a great moment in the episode. But yeah, so you know, a lot of this episode isn't very much plot, because a lot of this episode is they're trying to delay Omni Man because what they figure is gonna happen is Mark is gonna kill him because you can't kill Omni-Man because he's Omni-Man. Like, it's like the argument where they say Superman's too powerful. No, Superman isn't too powerful. This guy is. Because he's kind of a Superman equivalent character, but Superman at least has a weakness. There is no weakness for Omni-Man. Every moment in this episode, they are delaying him from getting to his son because if his son gets on his side, then that could mean some things. They're going to end up fighting, and someone's gonna live and die. And we don't really know whether that's gonna be Mark, his son, or Omni-Man. We don't know who's gonna die in the scenario, or if they're gonna die. I think it's very obvious that someone's gotta die. And what I like about this episode is there's still a lot of mystery, right? Not just the fact that this ends on the major cliffhanger that these two guys are gonna have a conversation about what's going on here, but also the fact that we don't really know why he killed the Guardians. It's still left up in the air, but he does confirm no, he wasn't being controlled or anything like that. All he says is that I had to do it. What that means is I don't know. My guess is why he killed the Guardians was that he just felt that he's strong enough that he doesn't need them. And he wanted to be the leader of the superheroes worldwide. Because, I mean, at the end of the day, he wouldn't join a superhero team before this, all that stuff. They mentioned that he was friends with the Guardians, but how close are friends? We don't really know. We don't really know about that context or anything there. So I'm not really sure. I did like that, we see our guys who are really good at cloning stuff. They bring back one of the Guardians, and he comes down, and he's pissed to hell. He starts punching Omni-Man, getting aggressive. Because all he remembers last is Omni-Man murdered him. Because he was dead before he came back to life. And then Omni-Man kills him in this episode. And it was just a brutal fight. I don't really know what the context of all this is. How close of friends the Guardians were. In the first few episodes, we got kind of some evidence of that the world will probably not be in good shape without them. But since then, we haven't seen much of that. I don't know. Maybe Omni-Man's planning an invasion with his race, the Vulturemites. We don't know. I don't know any of it. Next week is the finale to season 1 of the show, and I'm excited for that episode, but I'm also sad. Like, I love watching the show every single week. I love learning new little tidbits about what's going on here and getting more to it. And I know that that episode's gonna have some major cliffhanger. That episode's not gonna be fun. And then we're gonna have a 1.5 year delay, a year to a year and a half, and we're gonna be without that show for that long. And it's like, no! I need more! Because, what? We're on episode 6 of this show now? Yeah, episode 7 of this show. And that is just wild. To be at episode 7 of this show, and not be, and then it'd be over. We only have 8 episodes, and it's just over. And it's just like, now we have to wait like a 1.5 years or more for this. I don't know how I'm going to handle it, honestly. I don't know. I mean, there's no other show I currently keep up with. Amazon Prime. Maybe I'll do what some people suggested to me. Check out The Boys. A lot of people have compared this show to The Boys, but I haven't seen it. I don't know. I don't know if The Boys is any good, but, I've heard good things, but that doesn't mean anything. And so, I don't know. This episode was a really solid, intense episode. Lots of drama, lots of characters. Just, it all come together to make this just intense, such gratifying, kind of story. It's just crazy. I don't know. This episode was nuts. Let me know your thoughts. Like, share, and subscribe. Do all that. And stay tuned for my review of Invincible Episode 8 when it comes out next week. I'm not ready for it. I'm not. But I'm also ready for it all at the same time.